For centuries, the legend of Atlantis has captured the world's imagination. A powerful island civilization said to have vanished beneath the waves in a single night. First described by the ancient philosopher Plato, Atlantis has inspired explorers, scientists, and dreamers alike. Was it a real place destroyed by a great catastrophe, or simply a myth created to teach a lesson about human pride? Join us as we dive deep into the mystery of Atlantis, lost or myth, where history, legend, and imagination collide. Today, we will talk about the mystery of Atlantis, lost or myth. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. A legend. Beneath the waves, for thousands of years, one story has captured the human imagination like few others. The legend of Atlantis, a magnificent island civilization said to have sunk beneath the sea in a single night. The tale, filled with wonder, tragedy, and mystery, has inspired explorers, philosophers, scientists, and storytellers alike. But what is the truth behind this enduring myth? Was Atlantis a real place that once flourished in the distant past? Or simply a powerful allegory created by one of history's greatest thinkers? The mystery remains unsolved, a tantalizing blend of history, philosophy, and imagination. Plato's account. The birth of the legend. The story of Atlantis begins with the Greek philosopher Plato, around 360 BCE. In his dialogues Timaeus and Critias, Plato describes Atlantis as a vast and prosperous island located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now know as the Strait of Gibraltar. He wrote that Atlantis was larger than Libya and Asia Minor combined, a land blessed with natural wealth, fertile soil, and advanced technology. According to Plato, the island was ruled by powerful kings descended from the sea god Poseidon and a mortal woman named Cleito. Poseidon created a grand city for her on a hill, surrounded by concentric rings of land and water, linked by bridges and canals, an architectural marvel of perfect symmetry and design. The Atlanteans were said to be noble and wise, living in harmony with divine laws and nature. But as their power grew, their hearts became corrupt. The Atlanteans grew greedy and prideful, attempting to conquer lands beyond their own. The gods, angered by their arrogance, decided to punish them in one single day and night of misfortune. Atlantis was swallowed by violent earthquakes and floods, sinking deep into the sea, leaving no trace behind. Thus ended the mighty empire, lost forever beneath the waves. A historical record or a moral allegory? The mystery deepens when we ask, did Plato intend the story of Atlantis to be historical truth or philosophical fiction? Many scholars believe the tale was not meant to describe a real civilization, but to serve as a moral lesson about human nature and the dangers of corruption. Plato was deeply interested in the idea of the ideal society. In his famous work, The Republic, he imagined a utopia governed by wisdom and virtue. Atlantis, in contrast, symbolized the downfall of a society that once was great, but fell due to greed and moral decay. Through this allegory, Plato illustrated his core belief that moral weakness and excessive pride can destroy even the most advanced civilization. However, others argue that Plato's detailed description of geography, architecture, natural resources, and government is too specific to be pure invention. Atlantis. Through the ages, the story of Atlantis might have remained a minor philosophical tale, if not for the curiosity of later generations. During the Renaissance, scholars rediscovered Plato's works, and explorers, inspired by tales of lost worlds, began searching for evidence of Atlantis across the globe. In 1882, American writer Ignatius Donnelly published Atlantis, the Antediluvian World, arguing that Atlantis was the cradle of all ancient civilizations. He claimed that the Egyptians, Mayans, and Greeks inherited their knowledge from the Atlanteans. Donnelly's book became wildly popular and shaped modern interpretations of the myth. His idea, that Atlantis represented a forgotten global civilization influenced countless writers, including Jules Verne and H.P. Lovecraft. In the 20th century, Atlantis entered popular culture through books, films, and pseudo-scientific theories. Some even linked it to extraterrestrials, claiming the Atlanteans possessed advanced technology far beyond their time, scientific evidence, and archaeological clues. Despite centuries of searching, no solid archaeological evidence has ever been found to prove the existence of Atlantis. Modern oceanography and satellite mapping have explored the world's ocean floors extensively, and there is no sign of a lost continent. However, scientists have discovered ancient sunken cities and settlements along coastlines, showing that many early civilizations were indeed swallowed by rising seas over time. For example, off the coast of India, divers discovered the ruins of Dwarka, a city mentioned in ancient Hindu texts, which had been submerged for thousands of years. Symbolism and philosophy. Behind the myth, even if Atlantis never existed physically, its symbolic meaning runs deep. Plato's tale is often interpreted as a reflection on human ambition and the moral consequences of power. Atlantis began as a noble society blessed by the gods, but greed and corruption led to its destruction. The moral is timeless. Civilizations that lose their ethical foundation inevitably face ruin, no matter how advanced they become. This message remains relevant even today. Many philosophers and environmentalists see Atlantis as a metaphor for modern society, a warning about technological arrogance, environmental destruction, and moral decay. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.